Hello ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry I've not done a video the last couple of days, but I've been too busy cuddling Rufus the dog, I've been too busy going paddleboarding, I've been too busy listening to the Womp King's boss theme from Super Mario Galaxy 2. That's absolutely worth not doing a video. I think I may have listened to that song about 30 times over the last couple of days. I've also started modding Super Mario World, which is supremely annoying because every time I fix one thing, something else breaks. Unbelievable. Completely stupid. Anyway, here's the story. Dad's construction, now a roller coaster with no resemblance to the book. Greetings, Earthlings and creatures from elsewhere. Except mooses. Die, moose scum. A theme park ride based on Dad's construction has appeared in my theme park, Burn in Wonderland. Sadly, it's just a regular roller coaster with the brand name tacked on and a picture of Steve, silver man bun and all, on the roller coaster. Alas. Anyway, like it or not is once again unnecessary. Here's another chapter of the book. Do we have to go? We're grown men and I'm terrified, Grandpa, real name Sean, cried. Just shut up, Grandpa, will you? Steve Horselegs called rudely from the front of their rusty old car. For once, Grandpa didn't argue about his name. He was too scared. Sir, if I may speak, Cassius started. It's not terrifying. In fact, verily, I enjoyed the exquisite experience. Stop talking posh, Cassius, grumbles Akalica. It's not attractive, you never had any sort of partner. I wish for no partner, my duty is only to serve. Why, pretending to be a butler is stupid. Butlers are stupid. Sir, Cassius cleared his throat. I do believe that you are a horrible little wardrobe. He took a deep breath. Thank you and sorry, sir. That outburst was beneath me. Akalica was shaking in his boots. We're here, shouted Steve merrily. Come on, you lazy ne'er-do-wells. Thought we were going to Grandma's house. Thank goodness we're at a reservoir instead, muttered Grandpa, real name Sean. Good point, Sean. My name's Grandpa, he shouted before kicking himself. Sorry, yes, I know. We're meeting Grandma and Grandad here instead. Do we have to? Thundered Grandpa, real name Sean. Yes, Steve screamed, and I'm an adult, so I'm right and you're wrong, and there's nothing you can do about it. I am your king. We're adults too, pointed out Akalica. Yeah, well, I'm more of an adult than you, Steve said, sticking out his tongue at Akalica. Fast forward 5 minutes. Grandma, Grandma, yelled the men elatedly, except Grandpa, real name Sean. Boys, Grandma Boofles cheered good-naturedly, hugging all of them, then inviting Grandpa, real name Sean, away from the others. When they were safely away, Grandma Boofles began wailing on Grandpa, real name Sean. You devil child, she screamed. Grandpa, real name Sean sighed. This happened every time. He had no idea why she hated him. I knew from the moment I saw that trident birthmark on your right knee that you were the spawn of Satan, she yelled. I explained it then. Then her voice became sweet again. Shall we head back then? When they arrived to where the other Horselegs family members were, she told them, Sean and I were just having one of our little talks, weren't we, Sean? He dumbly nodded. The two dogs owned by the grandparents, Arthur and Rush, were handed to Steve by Grandad Nigel. Then he immediately let them off and threw their ball into the water despite the presence of signs saying dogs can't swim in the reservoir and to keep your dogs on a lead that almost blocked the view of the reservoir of their sheer size. Sergeant, shouted Nigel, you're breaking the ancient law of the reservoir. Don't you understand how dangerous that is? Don't care, Steve laughed like a giddy schoolboy. A customer, you know her, complained about my house service. She was rich as well, lives right near us, comes from being a banker. Says my boots were ugly, so she smeared mud all over them, as she said they'd look better that way. Then she complained when I got mud all over her cat. Serves her right, I'll do what I want. But the ancient law of the reservoir was being broken, and Steve had to pay the price. Oi, mate, shouted the policeman, running over. You can't do that, it's illegal. How do I get out of doing this without actually getting the dogs back? Asked Steve. Why, that's easy, of course. Tell me your family history. The Horselegs clan, Steve began, was started by Lord Steve Horselegs in 1314. He was known as Horselegs, although his actual surname was McVitie's Hobnob. He was known as this for alleged scandalous scandals of his consorting of horses. 'Tis all lies, of course. It's meant as an insulting nickname, but he was flattered, so he legally changed his surname. It's been our proud family name since. And what happened to him? He died during the Battle of Bannockburn, screaming, a horse, my miniature fiefdom for a horse. But no one listened, because miniature fiefdoms, or any size of fiefdoms really, didn't exist in 1314. And he wasn't actually fighting, he just wandered off to get a cup of tea from his son, Grandpa as he was known, when he tripped and sprained his ankle so badly that he died. Grandpa fled and his titles were given to some Scottish lad. We still lived comfortably though, until my granddad, idiot, was tricked into betting his millions of pounds to win a tenner on a coin flip. In honour of Lord Horselegs, all the males of this family, and no females have been born yet, have been named Steve in his honour. Here are my sons, Steve Cassius Reginald Horselegs, Steve Ackalika Horselegs, and Steve Grandpa Horselegs. My name's Sean, shouted Grandpa, real name Sean. Why the question mark? Asked the police officer. When the nurse came round to check his name, we wrote a question mark in the middle name column because we hadn't decided between Sean or Sean. This joke works it works way better written down. But the nurse thought we wanted that to be his middle name. Aha, surprise, shouted the officer, ripping off his disguise to reveal an EastEnders writer. That's enough material for the next episode. Thank you, we don't have to rehash another plot. Can I let the dogs in the reservoir now? Asked Steve. Aha, surprise, the writer shouted, whipping off another disguise to reveal a police officer. Steve knew he was in big trouble. You can tell your story to the magistrate in court. 10 stars.